Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I had to start 15 minutes early. Hold on just a second. Anyway, I my back is killing me. So if y'all hear some weird sounds, I am sitting on one of them yoga balls, okay? It helps my back. Hey Lindsay, hey Zero, Ellie, TT, Jesse, good to see you. Y'all come on in the room. I know I started a little early. Before we get started on the subject at hands, at hand, do you all remember this lady? Let me pull this up. I just saw this morning. Y'all remember Christina Pike? Well, she has an execution date, and she's the first woman in Tennessee in 200 years that's going to be, yeah, next year, September of 2026. Who all remembers her? Hey, 504. Good to see you. Hey, CJ. She's the one. She lived in Tennessee. Tia, good morning. She lived in Tennessee. Well, she's actually still living in Tennessee in the prison for women in Nashville. The only woman on Tennessee's death row has been scheduled for execution more than 30 years after she brutally unalived a teenage romantic rival and showed off a piece of the victim's skull to schoolmates. I think she was only like 15 when this happened. Good morning, Shambles. Hey, Metal Clips. Um, no, she was just 18 when she and two others lured 19-year-old Colleen Slimmer to the woods in Knoxville on January 12th, 1995, and carried out the attack that made national headlines for its brutality. Yeah, well, girl, I've been going live more than that. You gotta come on. You gotta get your notifications on. But YouTube still messes with my notifications. But yeah, there she is. She is going to be facing the death penalty next year in 2026. I have watched a lot of documentaries on her. You can tell there's something wrong with her. Like there would be no rehabilitation. Oh God, it's so bad. It's so bad. Just put in Christina Pike YouTube and the documentaries that'll come up on her. It'll shock you how cold-blooded she is. And I knew someone that was in prison with her. And she comes off very nice and sweet, but she's not. Hey Deb, you've been at work since 6 a.m. Whew, I've been up since 4. Anyway, so y'all saw the title. Hey, Anonymous. I know. I couldn't see. I thought you were Lurker. I watched Lurker the other day. She was going over Roy. Roy's still at it. And Lemon. Lemon must be new. I don't know. Thank you, Pollyanna. I'm so sorry. Anyway, y'all saw the title. So if you know, you know, Ziggy almost went full U-Haul on Cher, which I went live about this yesterday, telling you all this was going to happen, right? Well, the inevitable happened. I'm going to make my screen full. It definitely happened. Whew, Lord. I forget what time, about 6 o'clock last night. Ziggy screaming, squalling to the top of her lungs, talking about, I knew Cher was going to do this. I knew she was going to turn on me. Yeah, we are. Oh, another nasty bitch. Hey, James. I haven't seen you in a while. Um, so let me go ahead and let some of this play. I got most of it, but somebody else got the beginning. So, earbud warning, everybody. If you got in earbuds, you might want to turn them down because this lady can scream. Okay. I've never seen anyone have a fit quite like Ziggy. So, this is her and Fred squalling about Cher and talking about the Social Security card, identification. Then we find out that Fred did indeed have an ID this whole time. It's just, listen, we can all argue over the fact, well, you can't get a Social Security card if you live in this state, and Chat GPT said we can all argue over that. You know, everyone has differing opinions there. I don't think it's that hard, uh, but whatever. The point of the matter is Fred and Ziggy were always going to find a way to get out of the polygraph. Well, Fred was, and Ziggy was going to make sure to help him get out of taking the polygraph. Okay, so here we go. Earbud warning.
She was going to do this.
Before she ever went live and even announced anything about the polygraph, me and her done talked and stuff, and I told her if anything about my ID, if I had to have it, they wouldn't need no need to pass forward because I done knew that.
Yeah, we told her that at the very, very beginning of the freaking, before we did anything, that Fred did not have an ID, and that we told her this from the beginning.
But Fred did indeed have an ID. If you all know, you know, it was posted last night to someone's community wall. Fred, in fact, did have an ID the whole time. Okay. But I don't understand all the details of this. So they sent Fred's picture ID, okay, to Cher, like a screenshot of it. So I'm a little confused. Y'all help me out in the chat why that couldn't have been used for the polygraph. Anyway, she knew the whole time that he did indeed have identification. Hey, Ben.
And now she's freaking like turning it around and like saying she's going to donate to Brandy Neal and act like it's like, and she was lying to me like the whole time, even though she made a post saying she was donating to Brandy Neal, and she was lying to me. And because,
yeah, okay. And I think that's really what set Ziggy off, the funds going to Brandy Neal, who really needs it. Because money was raised for the polygraph test. Hey, Bellanova, funds was raised since the polygraph isn't going to happen, which it was set to happen this Saturday, October 4th. Cher said, "Look, I'm going to give the what was raised," which I'm not quite sure what was raised in total. Cher was supposed to go live last night and didn't. Okay. So she said what was raised will go to Brandy Neal because she just had a liver transplant, and I can imagine that her medical bills are pretty bad. Hey, Karma. Thank you, Pollyanna. I don't know what to think about this seriously, the money situation. Right. Yes, Deb, Brandy does need it. Vegas and Bama says in Tennessee, it was Tennessee temporary, valid only 20 days. Never got a hard copy. But do you know the expiration on that was until what it is? I think it said 3030 or 2032. God almighty, I just jumped us 100 years.
I didn't see the live and I didn't see the post because she knew the days I've been having, and I haven't been on YouTube. And so she took that to her advantage to talk shit and freaking have a whole channel full.
Hold on, let me say hi to Pearl. I'm not a dumb person, but I'm confused. If his ID was only paper and the paper ID only lasts 30 days, why does that ID have a date until 2032? That's what I just said. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would it only be valid for 20 days when it expired in 2032, or it would have, right? Shambles.
Fucking haters,
Haters?
and then proceed to take, and then she has every single hater as a mod. This is her and tries to tell me one thing and goes live and says another. Like, no, I can't do that. She's got to have a better. She wants to be Switzerland and be friends with everybody. You cannot
Exactly.
do that.
Yep.
She's telling me one thing and you guys another. She's telling me she doesn't even look at Fred as a suspect, like, at all. She's been saying that for months. And then she goes live and then she tries to tell you guys different. I'm done. This is why I can't work with people.
This is why she can't work with people. That's rich coming from Ziggy. But Ziggy, I got to keep it real. You and Cher have been down this road. How many times of trying to be cool with each other and end up turning on each other? Surely to God, you knew that you two would not maintain, right? Right. Karma says Ziggy and Fred lie. Yes, every time they open their mouth, and people think we're being dramatic, but we're not. Hey, Chaos Queen. Remy says it has the date because you'd likely have a permanent one before the 30 days. Exactly. That's what I thought. You get your little paper copy and then the hard copy comes in the mail. I just don't get how this is so complicated.
We want that polygraph more than anything, but she went on live yesterday
Right, Vegas.
and told everybody when she lied to me and told me, oh my God, you guys have no idea everything I sent her to show you guys about what we've been dealing with. And she didn't listen to a whole fucking thing. And from what I heard from you guys, she was sitting there saying things like, well, I don't understand how they got a fishing license and a marriage license with that.
Kim, I am so glad you brought that up because someone in my comment section mentioned this last night or this morning. All right. Kim says he's on probation. It's mandatory to have a valid ID. Someone told me he's got to take a drug test, right? Every month. And to do that, he has to have an ID as well. I mean, there's just so many lies here. I'm confused. Like, well, I'm not really, but some people actually believe that he may not have or may not be able to get an ID. Like they were talking yesterday about talking to attorneys, parole officers getting their heads together, trying to figure out how to get him. It's just like, come on. I am not getting rocked to sleep by this. This was all a con to me. I believe that they just want to box Andy into doing the test and not Fred. That's exactly what it is, Pearl. Let me pin that. Thank you for deleting that, y'all. Thank you, mods. Don't come in here, dog and brandy. You'll get gone up out here real quick.
That ID. Well, if she would have fucking asked us, we could have told her. Yeah, a lot of hate in that chat, and she fucking let it. She let it happen.
She's mad because Ryan Finds Truth was a mod.
While she's sitting here trying to tell me a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Hey,
fill my head with bullshit.
Hey, Grandma.
And then she made me think last night and feel bad.
Again, y'all, I am so sorry for the squalling and the screeching. This is on brand for Ziggy when something doesn't go her way. I am sorry for the early morning screeching, but I do appreciate y'all being here. Hey, Dark Rain.
Because I contact her, flipping out on her, like, what the fuck? Why am I having people say this shit? And then she made me think, then she's like, well, I wanted to put Andy on the spot and put him on the spot in front of everybody. And
I don't know about that. Ellie said, she said the only reason they agreed was to bait Andy into a poly. And did y'all hear her last night? She was absolutely losing her mind because Cher took a poll and that people don't think that Andy needs to take the polygraph test. Well, he doesn't. Why? Not right now. Nobody needed to, really. This was for the court of public opinion. It wasn't going to be used in court. But if Fred isn't going to take one, why should Andy? And Andy actually said that he still would, But I guess Cher took a poll and the people voted no, he doesn't need to take one right now. And Ziggy absolutely lost it. And I think that's really, hey, butterflies. Hey, Shuby. And I really think that's the crux of her problem here and why she is absolutely losing her mind. Good morning, Georgetta. Because of that poll. And people said, no, he doesn't need to take a polygraph because, like y'all been saying, Pearl, Ellie, all y'all, Ziggy and Fred wanted to box Andy in, and it backfired in their face horribly, like it typically does with Ziggy. All this, she tries all the time to do people as dirty as she can, and then ends up the blowbacks right in her face.
And I have to be nice to him. I'm like, why are you having to donate money that you got for a lie detector when you don't even have enough for one? When we are doing it, why are you having to donate? What about Andy? Get his done, and in the meantime, we'll get.
What about Andy? Yep, y'all are correct. It's about Andy. That's boxing Andy in and leaving Fred looking like Mr. Innocent Fred. And she screamed last night, Andy was on the road again. You can't make his shit up. I'm going to, Pearl, we need to make a bingo card for Ziggy.
Get this fucking ID situated.
Ellie.
We wanted to do this. We want to. And then Cher comes on and says bullshit.
Hey,
Kelly. Trying to
Kelly.
make people think like suspiciously about our, like, because we got a fishing license in a marriage. You guys, if you guys remember the marriage license, we had a paper ID, a Tennessee temporary ID. They let us get married on that. Okay? If Cher would have listened.
So then he had an ID. There are so many things here that would have made it so easy for him to get all the things he would have needed for this polygraph. Like, I can't. Oh my God.
To all the shit I sent her and prepared her for that live, and she didn't show a fucking thing I gave her. I had the whole incident like recorded. I had all our attempts online to try to on the Social Security site and the IRS site. No, we have to upload an ID to verify his identity on the Social Security site and IRS. Okay. When we call, they tell us, I'm going to post a video, and that's going to be the only video on this channel. And then you guys can fucking see her.
Yeah, she said last night she's done. She's taken everything off her channel. All the hard work she's done for Summer Wells. You would think she was a cop. Jen Trek said, I have a question. Was the 90 collected for Andy or for... I don't know if it was not, I don't know how much was collected yet, but the collection was for both Fred and Andy to take the polygraph. Yeah, Ben, crazy lady walking down the road screaming in her phone. Can you imagine? They could, okay, Pearl says they could have worked on his permanent ID when he got the temporary one. Exactly. And yeah, Ellie, I don't believe that either. I don't think she's going to go away. She was just having her fit last night. You useless lazy losers couldn't be bothered. Nope. Vegas says at the time worrying about who PG is, she could have gotten this taken care of. Yes.
Deal with this shit yourself. I am done. I'm so tired of the backstabbing and bullshit.
Exactly.
Because if you guys heard my messages and the shit she's been telling me,
you're welcome.
It's not matching with the stuff I'm hearing her say live. She said she's donating it, but she didn't.
Cher said last night that she hadn't even been able to find a polygraph place for Andy yet. So Fred was going to go take one first, and then Andy was going to take one. I need more details. And what we really need is Six Up to go live to explain this. And Cher was supposed to go live and didn't. Then she goes on Justin's, which I'll get into that later. He put me to sleep.
Didn't have enough for one, supposedly.
Shuby.
It's like, well, what about Andy? Oh, you know what she told me, guys? This is laughable. Well,
that's what I thought, Remy. I thought they were going to the same place.
The people voted. They don't want Andy to take one. I was like, dude, you are so, dude, no. Dude. I was like, you are so full of fucking shit.
Be real.
Dude. She had a chat full of haters. And then picked the poll asking if Andy should take a polygraph. And then had everybody. And so now I guess since it's voted no, Andy doesn't need one. After all the shit she's fucking told me behind the scenes. And you know, like, we were doing this so that Andy would have to take a lie detector. That was the whole point. Now it's like she's like working. Then she goes, well, Ryan was even standing up for you. I go,
oh, thank God.
Fucking believe that shit.
Six Up will be live today. That's where we'll get more information on all this soup, dude. Remy says, in my opinion, here's what Ziggy is really mad about. Cher is donating the money. Wouldn't matter if it was to Brandy or starving children. Ziggy thinks it belongs to her. That, too, is something she's very angry about.
That we do not need to be working together. The dude is trying to put on his show. She cannot. She's still talking to Ryan behind the scenes. She's still talking to Andy behind the scenes. She's still talking to all these haters. Well, pretending like she's our BFF.
Yeah, well, she was never. It's Cher.
Same shit she does. You know, and I truly believed her. I truly, truly believed her.
Oh, my God. I cannot. Because Ziggy won't shut up, Ben. She when they went into the, I'm just going to call it the DMV. I don't know. I forget. But it's called the BMV up there. When they went into the DMV, Ziggy did all the talking and squawking. Fred won't talk. I don't know, be real. It has been proven he was at work, but she continues to scream Andy was on the road. Okay, Lacey. The lie detector was supposed to be 4. Did they, Andy or Fred, have anything to do with God? And this is sick too, because it's off the back of a missing child, Summer Wells. Because you got Ziggy screaming, Andy was on the road that day. She's trying to put and cast doubt on Andy and make him look guilty. And then you got a lot of people that think Fred, you know, he was the neighbor too. Fred had something to do with it. Really, like, to me, this was all crazy. Hey, Jiggy.
No, we have a fishing license. Obviously, we have to have a fishing license because Fred's been fishing. You just go online and order a fishing license, guys. It's not hard. It's a fucking fishing license.
You got to have an ID for one. Am I right or am I right?
The marriage license, if you don't remember, I'm going to make this into a video and you guys can sit.
I mean, I'll just say this. I can fish without a license, but don't some, like, people like Fred you have to have a license to go fishing, right? And in order to get that, you would have to have an ID. This drives me insane.
There and watch it till it you're, I guess, forever, because that's going to be the only video on this channel. And so I guess you're going to have to get videos from shit and interviews I've done from other hate channels, because there's plenty of them out there. I'm tired of it, guys. We're the only ones that's trying to get anything done, and everybody's working against us.
Everybody's working against.
Like, I truly believed in Cher. But, you know, it's almost like she got scared. Like, you know, if she would have freaking listened to the stuff I was saying, it makes perfect sense.
Hey was his.
We still want to do it. Why didn't she contact the polygrapher and work with them and try to get them to
Good
have us
morning,
come in
Mary
with
Ground.
some other kind of form IDs? No, she didn't do anything. Have her show that.
Good morning, Nana for life. Mary Go Round. Everybody coming in. Good morning.
Her proof of her really going out of her way trying. I bet she didn't. Well, we went out of our way to do everything to try to make this happen.
Thank you. Deb says, Soup, I work at Walmart. You have to have an ID for a fishing license. Thank you. Because y'all know that Walmart has the that section back there where you can get your bait and tackle, and you can even get firearms.
And it's an ID that's going to stop us? Are you fucking for real?
Right was his.
You guys, this stuff is petty compared to
Oh God, here we
the
go.
real life stuff I'm dealing with.
She's going through a lot, y'all.
I have no problem giving this channel up right this second. And
I don't believe that. Let me fast
I
forward
don't
through
really
his
want the
country.
drama. I'm tired of proving myself and people working against me when I'm trying to get shit done. Like, she's just seriously was working against us. Like, why would you do that?
Here's what I think when it comes to Cher and Ziggy and their whole dynamic. I don't think Cher was actually working against Ziggy, and I am no Cher fan, believe that. I do not think that she was working against Ziggy. I think she was trying to really work with her to get Fred to go take this polygraph test. And then when all the excuses came up, you know, you got a solution, Fred and Ziggy have another problem. She threw her hands up and said, canceled the polygraph and decided to give the money that was donated to Brandy Neal. The end. And Ziggy lost her ever loving mind.
I literally talked to you right before your live yesterday.
Right, 6 up. But that's right.
And then everybody's like, well, you should have known better. Well, I guess so. She has done some pretty shitty things in the past, that's for sure. But,
like Captain Avi.
Like, she really opened up to me about stuff. We got really close, I thought. But I guess it was all a fucking game, like she did with Don Wells, to try to get information. Like, what else did you learn, Cher? Besides, we're the same people behind the screen as we are in person on the phone. The same shit. We're telling you right now, it's the same shit she has throughout her whole message.
Nothing, Nana. Nana for life. No. She has done nothing for Summer but muddy the case online. She has done nothing but spread false narratives. Y'all remember the fake CPS person that came up there pretending they knew about the boy? I mean, nothing but tarnish and damage. That is, but she really seems to believe that her and Fred are law enforcement and they've been doing a lot for Summer. This is crazy to me. These YouTubers have lost their mind thinking that they've actually done something for the case. Yeah, right, Captain.
There's nothing that she could show differently than what I've shown you guys.
Carrie, yep. The Bones. Bones. Let's not forget Bones. Yep. Bonegate.
And then to tell me that people don't want Andy Bernard to take a lie detector test? The people voted?
Hot.
And that's it? The people voted? People don't want Andy Bernard to take a lie detector test? Well, I bet if I fucking asked right here, right now, it sure as hell would say yes. She asked in a whole chat of haters. That are trying to get Andy out of trouble. Like, come on. So fuck her, and I'm done with this shit. Don't message me, ask me questions about Summer Wells' case. Don't freaking message Fred and asking him questions. You guys can look at the, I don't know, what all these other people have done, which is basically nothing, because they know so much. Well, that's good, Victoria, because you won't have to believe us, you won't have our content to believe anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Can you believe? Yeah, I'm sure y'all can. The nerve of her to say, don't contact us asking us anything about Summer. Yeah, the people don't agree with you, Ziggy. But to hear her talk like she has some inside information on the case is wild to me. Don't contact us. You know, they're all starting to sound like nonsense on the web these days. You've lost access to me. Tia said, who messaged them for info on Summer's case? Right? Good question. What happened is when Ziggy married Fred, she thought, this is what I believe anyway, she thought her channel was going to explode because she had someone right there close who knew Dawn and Candace and hold on and knew things about the case. Well, what happened was it was a bunch of Fred said, and his stories just kept changing, right? And people called on and bounced out. They were done. But I think that Ziggy actually thought her channel was going to really explode after marrying Fred, and it didn't. First of all, most people can't understand him. I'm not trying to be mean, they just can't. You know, I'm from the same region and area, and I can't understand Fred. Y'all, he does not represent East Tennessee. We do not all sound like Fred. We do not all sound like Boomhauer. Okay? Good morning, KCG. Jiggy said she admitted this was the reason why. God, I hate that it jumps like that. She admitted this was the reason they wanted this done was to make sure Andy took one. Exactly. And now look, Andy still, you know, he's in the good. He was still willing to take one. But the people in Cher's chat voted and said, no, if Fred ain't taking one, why should Andy? Right? And that sent her over the edge. It was all to box in Andy and for her to scream Andy was on the road that day, which she does here in a little bit. She actually screams that again. Right, Carrie?
Unless you are one of our very close people, do not call us. Do not message us. Do not ask us questions. Our close people know.
I know, Deb. I know. Especially with the dollar store shopping. Like, come on.
Who they are. Besides that, do not contact us about any questions on the Summer Wells case.
Tia, I can't wait to hear you do part 2 of a breakdown. Tia the cat on this. I really am waiting your commentary. And most of us are waiting 6-ups.
We have talked over and 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 said the same things over and over and over. And this is what we get to? Cher saying that Andy doesn't need a polygraph? Fuck that!
Fuck that!
That's what all my hard work has gone in for?
Oh my God.
No, I'm done.
Oh my God. That's what all her hard work is going.
You know how frustrating it is for freaking years to try to prove something and then get this whole lie detector thing situated?
For years, she has been trying to prove that Andy was on the road and that Andy is guilty, y'all. If you listen, everything slips out of her mouth. Years of trying to prove that Andy is guilty. When, like I said yesterday, y'all, TBI, Hawkins County all spoke to Andy's boss during that time. Andy was at work. There is video footage of him being at work that day. But Ziggy will not have it. There you go. Thank you, Pearl. If you want to purchase your Indiana fishing permit online, you can visit the Indiana Fish and Wildlife Online Licensing Patrol. Here, you will need a valid ID and a credit card. Shout out to Pearl. You see, if y'all click that link, which is a trusted one, it's Pearl, you will need a valid ID and a credit card. Damn, damn, damn. As Six Up says, it sucks to suck.
Just to have the person that's arranging it, like working against us secretly.
Me too, Captain Avi. Ooh, God, me too. I feel you, girl.
That's how I feel.
Yep, nope, not today. Yep.
And I didn't want to believe that. I did not want to believe that you guys Fred told me about a month ago that she was trying to back out. And I said,
Fred told you that she was trying to back out, but you all are the ones who backed out by pretending and or taking the long way, the hard way to get the things that he would need, the credentials he would need to go take the test, which I believe he had all along. That's what I believe. I don't care what Chat GPT says.
I think that, this is just a lot of stress. And like, occasionally, at times I felt like I wanted to back out. But we're not, I wasn't planning on it. And we were still not planning on it. And she freaking pulled that shit last night. And then made a post today. After I talked to her, after her live, I went the fuck off on her.
I bet you.
Like I'm talking right now.
Ziggy, you're very abusive to people. When they do not agree with you, when they challenge you, you become very abusive. Y'all hear the way she's talking right now? This is what she does to people in real life, on the phone, voice notes, Discord. She is like this all the time. I find her to be verbally abusive. I wouldn't put up with it.
And what'd she tell me? Oh, I'm not, she was like acting like she was crying and shaking and she was so sorry. And she was nervous and she didn't want to look at chat because she didn't know what to say.
Skilo, I'm just glad a little common sense got through. Sweet Sativa, I've been blocked on every single sock. Oh, they were blocking last night. When them mods come in, it was block on site. I mean, some of them got through. You got people in here saying, Ziggy, don't quit on Summer. This is insane. Wow.
And I was like, okay, I understand. And that she said she wanted to put Andy on the spot and catch him off guard and ask him. Like, okay, fine. But then today, a few hours ago, somebody contacts or lets me know she made a post.
She made a post. You devil.
She's going to be donating the money on the 21st, and that she apologizes. She didn't say maybe or.
What else was she supposed to do? I know y'all, I'm pausing a lot, but I am keeping this within fair use, and I'm going to commentary up out of this. So just bear with me. What else was Cher supposed to do? Nothing was going to come of the polygraph test. So what was she supposed to do? Leave that man sitting there hanging like a dummy? I think not.
If shit doesn't work out, she said she was. And she lied straight to my face. Right when there was proof on her wall. All I had to do was go fucking look. And bring it right back to her and be like, what the fuck? You just told me differently. Oh my God, my blood pressure is good.
She's going to have a heart attack. I'm serious, y'all. I'm not even being funny. If she keeps on like this, she's going to have a heart attack one day. And I don't wish that on her. Oh my God, no. But this type of intensity, getting yourself worked up, like your blood pressure, I bet right then and there she started feeling lightheaded and dizzy. Having a hard time breathing. If you keep acting like this, I don't know if you'll, like, girl, do you want to make it to 50? You have got to chill out. You do too much. Thank you, Grandma Sherry. Grandma Sherry always coming through. Let me pin that. Let's see. Skilo says, I think donating the money to Brandy is a much better purpose than sitting in a bank account waiting for Fred to grow up. Thank you. Let me pin that. I like that. But I'm telling y'all, if she does not chill out, She's going to get herself so worked up one day she ain't going to be able to go back. Hold on, Ellie says, if it was paid for, the money would have been lost because the polygraph, yeah, he wasn't going to give the money back. She needs a psych evaluation. I think so too. I have never screamed into my phone walking down the road, just like getting my blood pressure all worked. I've never done this. This is not normal while pushing a little dog in a stroller, okay?
Literally, she just told me differently. And then post that I said if it doesn't work out, that that's what she claimed, right? Did you guys see her post? It said she was on the 21st that she was donating. Donating what? You don't even have enough for the first one. What about Andy Bernard? Is what I said. You know what? And she said to me, the people don't want Andy Bernard to take one.
Tina, so much. Cher and Ziggy fell out. Fred ain't taking a polygraph because he's pretending that he doesn't have the right identification to go take it when in fact he does. It's a lot. 2 days worth.
You've got to be kidding me. Anybody who does not want Andy Bernard to take a polygraph, Cher included, you are not.
Yes, thunderclap. She pushes a little doggy in a stroller. That dog is so cute. I can't think of its name right now, but she pushes a dog in a stroller while she's walking down the sidewalk screaming to the top of her lungs. I kid you not. We've got images of it somewhere.
Not for Summer Wells.
Hey,
Fuck
Curious.
you.
Yes, Curious. Seriously, I promise. Can somebody send me an image? Hold on, let me rewind.
Maybe what? You don't even have enough for the first one. What about Andy Bernard? Is what I said. You know what? And she said to me, the people don't want Andy Bernard to take one. You've got to be kidding me. Anybody who does not want Andy Bernard to take a polygraph, Cher included, you are not for Summer Wells. Fuck you.
Oh my God, y'all. Because Andy is not taking the polygraph. You are not for Summer Wells. F you. Wow. This was all about Andy the whole time, y'all. 194 in here. If you could do me a favor and hit the like, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
You don't think the people want Andy to take one. That is the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard.
Yes, they still have Athena. Yes, Lindsay, straight to the dollar store.
I already contacted. That's the whole thing. I already asked him that. Kawana, sorry for yelling.
Sorry for yelling. That's all I've been doing since
I already asked him that. I gave Cher all those emails to his probation officer. She was supposed to show those yesterday. Did she? Of course not. Of course not. I sent her several correspondence emails of us contacting his freaking probation officer. And I said, well, can't he get in trouble? Isn't it illegal for him not to have an ID? And she was like, well, technically, yes. But I can't think of what else to do. Yeah, I'm going to post that in the video, and you guys can watch it when you miss me till the end of time, because that's going to be the only video up.
You guys can watch it when you miss me. Ziggy had jokes yesterday, y'all. Y'all can watch it when you miss me. Let's see. Pearl says, but the screaming crazy lady with the dog strollers, and the pleas for magic bread isn't known by the local kids. I know. 6 Up tracked them down and paid them to harass Ziggy by mocking her on the street. I swear to y'all, I kid y'all not. She actually claimed one time that 6 Up paid some local kids to stalk and harass her. Like, girl, bye. Shut up. At one point, she was walking to the Dollar General store every night around 7 o'clock to cook dinner, buy something to cook dinner at the Dollar General. And then while she was doing that, she would be screaming. And this ain't the first fit she had. If you know, you know. Ziggy's always hollering, squalling, screaming, squawking about something. Right to you. But she tried to say that these local kids were making fun of her. Gee, I wonder why. There goes that lady again with the dog stroller, with the little doggy in it, with her little dude screaming into her phone. But yeah, that's what she just tried. She actually tried to convince people of that, and some idiots actually believed it. Bun Bun, I'm watching you. I hear
I will
you.
post. I'm going to post a video since Cher did not post this stuff. And you know what she told me? I go, Cher, why didn't you show any of the stuff we sent you yesterday? Why did you try to make us a certain way? She goes, because you said you were going to make a video. I don't. You fucking for. I said I was making a video after that shit show of a live you made yesterday.
Lindsay.
I said after. You guys, this is my last video. I don't care. Like about if I don't care. Like how I look to anybody or how.
Well,
this is it. This is truly how I feel.
You look crazy. You are. Whether that's how you feel
I know.
or not.
I know it's not healthy for. But I just found. I'm just dealing. I will be over it here in a few minutes.
Right.
I have other things going on and other things to work on.
Yep, Vegas, but that was an every night thing and late too. And it was during the winter time. So she would start walking around 7. Yeah, it was like getting dark. And by the time they would leave, it was completely dark. And then come home and cook whatever they picked up from the Dollar General. And she would bum her subscribers. Like, that's what she would do. Oh, I don't think I can afford this. What do you think, Fred? We'll just put this back and get something else. And guess what would happen? Cha-ching. Through that Venmo, baby.
I had a really important meeting today that's freaking. I rescheduled because of this stuff because I can't focus like I need to because of all this shit that I've been dealing with, you know? And I really wanted to get that done today, but this came up, you know, right before I was supposed to go. And I'm like, but I rescheduled. I have other things going on, guys. I'm training for a position and I don't have time for this fucking bullshit anyways. I will continue my tarot. If anything huge comes out, I don't need Cher. Cher will not be.
She is going to continue her tarot over on Empress Ziggy, where Cher will be getting a very disparaging card reading here very soon. Wait for it. Wait for it. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Ziggy will be doing a card reading on Cher. She does this on she's done it on 6 Up, Chasing, Gavel Geeks. She'll do one on Cher. She did one on what's his name? Ryan Finds Truth. Anybody she has it out with, she does disparaging card readings on.
Be standing with us at the end, thanking her for her hard work and helping because she is not. I'm not gonna have any more apologies from her. No more freaking crying apologies from her. So sorry. No.
It's too late to apologize. Don't do it again, Cher.
Oh. You know, I opened up to her and
it's
I
too late to call a Polly. Hey, Tiff. Who is who? Oh, that's so crazy, Ziggy.
That was the whole point of her doing all that, was to try to get, information off of me for content. And it just shows the person she is, if that is truly what she's doing.
213 in here. Please hit the like.
Oh, thank you guys. This is not too like the people who are, we're close to and stuff. It's not meant for you. You can still message, but don't message us anything going on YouTube, any type of drama, what anybody's saying, nothing.
Yes,
we don't care. Don't email it. Please do not email it to us. Do not send it to us. If you have a legit question, you can ask. If you're one of,
You've lost act theft. Act theft is denied. Nonsense voice. You understand me? Ziggy don't want nothing from any of y'all. Don't send her nothing. Here we're back to that. Don't send me anything negative, y'all. Hellfire.
our people we talk, close people, you know who you are. Doesn't mean you're cut out of our lives or anything. Only like I mean, only as far as like coming on here and posting and being an active part of the community and stuff, it's just not going to be happening.
Not going to happen. Okay.
I know many of you guys told me it's never never a good idea to partner up with people ever, but I did not think it was smart for me to handle the money part of that whole situation.
Oh, you damn right. Now that is one thing you got right. Absolutely correct. There is no way people would have donated if you were handling the money part of it. Nope, Ziggy. We've done seen how that goes.
Cher has been around longer. She knew better on what to fucking do. She's had the experience.
Really, Ellie? I can't believe she talked so bad about the lady in her chat, calling her a drunk. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about, and she's not a drunk. Ziggy's insane.
She's done shit like that before. So we're let her.
Butterbean, she said something about for her headache medicine. Yeah, I heard that too.
Handle the money part because it wouldn't be very good for the people handling the money part to be also the ones arranging the polygraphs, especially when one of the people happened to be one of the people taking it. I have a feeling she was frustrated and thought she was going to get attacked.
What?
And
that doesn't make sense.
And so and just got scared and decided to throw us under a bus instead of doing the right honorable thing. I seriously believe that's what it was.
No, Ziggy. And I, again, no Cher fan. Here's what it was. Because I've been keeping up with this, watching both of y'all. Okay. You were not going to allow Fred to take that test. It has nothing to do with her being scared of being thrown up under a bus. Working with you is not a good idea anyway. But anyhow, let me get back to it. I think she was just frustrated and had it and knew that you weren't going after all that she had done to try to get the polygraph set up. Y'all just follow along with me here. And you and Fred waiting to the last minute to get things done, which in my opinion, you already had the things you needed to go take the polygraph. You just weren't going to go take it. And she'd had enough of it. And you lost your shit. Because one, the money was going to go to Brandy Neal, not you. I think that bothered you heavily. And the fact that nobody wanted Andy to go take the test because you wanted to box Andy in. That's what this whole thing was about. You were trying to think of a way that Andy would have to go take the test, but Fred wouldn't. And like I said earlier, it backfired in your face. I know it's embarrassing. Well, it should be, but I don't really know if Ziggy gets embarrassed, to be honest.
And I don't know why she took that route. I don't. I mean, she could say because I yelled at her or whatever. But yeah, of course I'm going to yell at her after being like, what the fuck? You keep saying different shit online than you're telling me. When we talk constantly, like all day long, then she goes online and says something completely different. Wouldn't you guys be suspicious that she's up to something? And then post shit like she's telling me. She said if she doesn't want to be looked at. So she's like, she didn't say if. She said she was donating it. She should have, yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too, Marie. But you know what she said? The people said Andy doesn't need one. That's what she goes, didn't you see? The people said that he didn't want one. I swear to God, guys, that's what she fucking said. Is that really the normal consensus of this community? Is that, I mean, because if you guys seriously do not care, if that's how little you guys care about Summer Wells and getting the truth, then I don't.
Shut your mouth. Don't you dare. You make me sick. Don't you dare make this about Summer Wells. God, keep her name out of your mouth. This has nothing to do with her. This is about what you wanted. You wanted Andy to go take a test. And yes, that is the consensus. That Andy doesn't need to go take a test. Ziggy. And why are you so tight? If the you know that the polygraph isn't going to happen. So the money, what was collected, going to Brandy Neal, why does that bother you so much? Do you know what this woman just went through? You would think you'd be like, okay, yeah, we can't get our shit together. We're not going to take the polygraph. Who knows when we'll ever get it together? Go ahead and donate it to her. She needs it. But don't you dare make this about Summer Wells. This is.
Want any part of this? That is disgusting.
No, you're disgusting. I'm about to get
It's
real
not.
reckless.
I mean, come on. You've got. I mean, she's been the one talking to us privately for weeks. And how can she, after everything she knows, sit there and say that when she's told us how suspicious, telling us that the polygrapher that she tried to arrange for Andy Bernard. Here's a secret. Here's one. You heard it here first, guys. This is what she claimed when she called to try to get a polygraph for Andy fucking Bernard.
Oh my God!
Guess what happened? The person knew who he was and had worked on the case before.
All right, I'm gonna shut up right here. I want y'all to listen to this. That the person that was going to do the polygraph knew who Andy was. I don't believe this.
And really was interested in giving him a polygraph and did not think he would show up. He was super interested, and Cher even knows this is the truth.
Oh my God.
I even suggested to her not to go with that guy because he was overly willing to wanting to do that polygraph. I was trying to be fair.
No, you wouldn't. Lies.
But the guy he said that he has polygraphed a witness in the Summer Wells case. We don't know who that witness is, but he said it was not Andy Bernard. And that from the way he sounded, he knew stuff about Andy. And he was and she knows. She's had so many, she even told me. She told me too, when the first thing she told me, several months ago when I talked to Detective Lawson and Pruitt, they both called Fred more of a witness than a suspect. I'm like, and you don't say anything?
Oh my God. I don't believe that. And y'all quit calling law enforcement. Stop calling Hawkins County. Stop calling TBI with your nonsensical shit. Acting like you got something on Summer. You don't have anything. Y'all use TBI and Hawkins County has a weapon against each other. All y'all do this, and it makes me sick. Leave them people alone. No wonder they don't take anything anybody says serious anymore, especially if they come from social media talking about, I got some information. I just wanted to ask a question too. Was Andy on the road that day? Shut up. This is what you've done for Summer's case? Yeah, okay, Ziggy.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why wouldn't you say anything? You keep it. That shit is just to keep to yourself and to try to be cool with certain people because you don't want to put out something bad about Andy Bernard because you want to be cool with certain people. This is about Summer Wells.
No, it's not.
No, you can't do it online, guys. I'm going to make a video and show what we've been through. We've tried it all. They want to upload an ID to get anything. The Social Security office, the IRS.gov office. Seriously, we've tried everything for years. And I sent her everything.
God, you would think that they were asking her and Fred to solve I don't know, some like solve world hunger or something. It's getting an ID. It's not that hard. And nobody can tell me that it is. I don't believe you.
Fred had to get a lawyer the last time he got his identification.
Why?
In 2016. When that whole incident with Roy Fanning happened.
Who?
He also had his...
Okay, this is where Six Up will come in. She'll explain all these characters at some point today.
Lawyer, because his in 2015 and Laura's, because of some information Laura had put online in a website, had their identity stolen. So in 2016, he was having a hard time, the same type of issue, getting his fucking identification and shit.
I got a question. Real simple. Who would want Fred Hill's ID? What good is that going to do anybody? I don't believe it was stolen.
Probably had lost it because when you're in the drug scene, you don't keep very good
Shambles. Now, come on, Shambles. Shambles says you're going to have to start reviewing her in the evening. This is too much in the morning. I know it. You are getting yelled at. We're all getting yelled at. It's like listening to grannies watching. Y'all ever listen to her in the morning? I feel like I'm in trouble for something. I like, what happened? Like she gives me anxiety, right? Ziggy's the same.
Eye on that kind of important stuff. It was a nightmare. He had to ask his lawyer to help him get his identification stuff. I told Cher yesterday. I said, I bet because Amos actually was the one that thought, well, you should contact a lawyer. And I was like, actually, and then that's when Fred, told me about that incident and how he had to have a lawyer that time.
Exactly, Jean. Why would you have to have a lawyer or a parole officer to get an ID? And there's Kraken in the Kraken ass. Let's see what she said. Looks like once again you look like Boo Boo the clown with a lot of laughing emojis, and Ziggy loses it on Kraken. But back to my original point, why would you need an attorney? I've never heard of anybody. I lost my ID once. It was not that hard. I promise y'all it wasn't. I did not need to call attorneys or parole officers and have them brainstorm for me. Like, come on. Come on, y'all.
I was like, and they were able to do it. And I think a lawyer would be able to get it done in less than like.
Yep, Deb.
You guys just delete and ban these people. Why are you following me, Melissa? You freaking drunk. Go to rehab.
What?
Seriously.
What are you talking about? Kraken has never been a drunk. You see what Ziggy will do? She'll just lie for the sake of lying. She had nothing to say, so she was like, you freaking drunk. Go to rehab. Your boyfriend beat on you some more. First of all, Kraken has been married to the same man her whole life since they were kids. What are you talking about, Ziggy? You just say things just to say them, just to throw them out there in hopes that people believe them because you're so pissed off. Hey, Reese. Hey, 6 Up to bring. Yes, she got a new liver. She sure did. She's actually doing a whole lot better.
Get out of that abusive relationship. I'm sorry that your husband beats on you, but
you're
don't take it out on me.
Oh my God. Ziggy.
No, he can't. Guys, where's that ID going to go? Where are we going to ship that ID? A Tennessee ID. We're going to ship it to Indiana.
Oh my God. I can't.
You can't. I mean, he kept going into Tennessee and getting his paper ID, and that's how he was able to get.
All right. Question. He was able to get his parole transferred, right? 6 Up. Was he able to get his parole transferred to Indiana? Because I know you can't move unless you get your parole moved. There's no way. Right? Right. Let me rewind this.
How we were able to.
So he was able to get his parole moved from Tennessee to Indiana. But y'all going to tell me he don't have an ID? Right, Pearl. Wait till y'all hear how she talks to Fred in real life. Hint, it's bad. Oh, really? I imagine it is. Yes. Okay, he got his parole moved. So you're going to tell me he got everything moved from Tennessee to Indiana, but no ID? No ID? No. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. I will not be put to sleep by this shit. I don't care what Chat GPT's telling y'all, Google. No. They wanted to box in Andy. That's the top and bottom of it. The end.
He kept going into Tennessee and getting his paper ID, and that's how we were able to get the marriage certificate. The fishing license, you just go online. Anybody try it. I mean, gosh, all you have to do is freaking go online and type in Indiana fishing license and pull it up. It's that easy. They don't.
Yeah, you're right. It is, but you have to have an ID and a credit card.
Ask you for a fucking ID for a fishing license. People, please use your brain.
She just told us to use our brain. We are, and that's the
I
problem.
know. Grow up, people. It's ridiculous. It's not boo-hooing. It's like this is a one and done. What you do every night of your life, Melissa, is boo-hooing. Going on these review channels, talking shit, complaining, negativity, that's boo-hooing. Like, I don't want that in my life. Like, I get this shit out of the way and I'm done. I have other stuff to handle. I don't want this stuff holding.
Kraken doesn't go on panels. What are you talking about? The fact that you just lie so easy is scary. It's actually frightening.
Me back in my life like it does people like you. I
I
refuse
can
to go down
too.
be like you. I do. I'm sorry. I refuse to be like any of these people who can't have a backbone. And that's the
The
problem with Cher.
backbone.
She
Is
wants to
this
be cool with
it's about
everybody. She doesn't
backbone?
want to upset anybody.
Crazy
But she
nut.
threw us under the bus in the meantime, which, like, what kind of fucking friend is that? Dude, like, are you serious? I mean,
Yeah, sassy. At first she was, and then she finally got to her house. But at the beginning of the live, it was squalling while she was walking.
look under her video. She's the one that was calling us a friend first. Oh, we become so close and stuff like that. Like, totally, like, I know the shit she pulled with Dawn and stuff. But, like,
Pearl, thank you.
I don't know. I mean, she should have. I just feel like she kept telling us, like, she did not, how suspicious that she was of Andy, and that, but obviously she's like, oh, all the time. Maybe I should tell Ryan. I don't know if I should tell Ryan.
Of course she said that. And I believe that Cher probably did say that to pacify Ziggy, that she was suspicious of Andy. Now, Cher, whether you really are or not, I don't know. I'm not. But I do believe that Cher told Ziggy that to pacify her, because Ziggy needs to hear Andy was on the road. Okay? She needs to know that you believe her.
I'm like, he's not.
She is, Tiff.
I'm like, why are you talking to these people? I'm like,
Emily, that is so true.
Like, these people are causing interference in Summer's case, and why are you freaking modding them and making buddies with them? Like, you've got to be real and stand for who you are. Stop freaking playing Switzerland and trying to be cool with everybody.
Oh my God. Now it's about, oh my God, having a backbone. Stop being cool with people that are a distraction in Summer's case, says the number one person who has interfered the most in Summer's case. And she ain't the only one, y'all, but she's right there at the top. This is about backbones? I think not.
It can't happen. No, she threw us under the bus. There was no out of options. She threw us under the bus. Absolutely threw us under the bus. She told me differently. We did not tell her we weren't doing the polygraph. Why didn't she just go ahead and do Andy's?
Because you weren't going to do it. Did y'all hear that? Let me rewind. I'm going to rewind that.
Threw us under the bus. Absolutely threw us under the bus. She told me differently. We did not tell her we weren't doing the polygraph. Why didn't she just go ahead and do Andy's?
We did not tell her we weren't doing the polygraph. Why didn't she just go ahead and do Andy's? Y'all heard that, right? That's what this whole thing is about. Andy taking one, Fred getting out of it. Let's see what Deb asks. Soup, the ones that shop here on disability use a direct express card. Goes on their card the first of the month. And that's another thing, y'all. Ziggy said last night that Fred was on disability.
All of a sudden, Andy doesn't need one? When we've been talking about it for freaking, like, how many freaking months?
That's there it is.
That was the whole goal of doing it, was to get Andy to do one. And now she freaking says Andy doesn't need to do one. Like, really?
Dude. So if you listen, you see what's got her upset.
So why is she right? I don't know how she planned on paying for it anyways. She didn't have the money to pay for it. That's the whole.
I know, Robin. I saw you. Robin says, stupid me went in her chat to try to reason with her. She got mad. You cannot reason with insanity, Robin. And I know we say, but truly, Ziggy is insane. This was about Andy taking one and Fred getting out of it, and she's pissed. And no, you can't reason with her. But I did. I saw you in there trying.
Whole fucking thing. And she didn't want to come back on her. And instead of trying to crowdfund to get it, she knew she wouldn't have had the money October 4th. So why did she schedule it then? Why not schedule it after you get paid?
Okay, Ziggy, if you had a problem with the date, why didn't you say something before this week? Because you seemed like you were okay with it up until you weren't, which you never was.
You know, she doesn't get paid for this month until the 24th.
Right, Captain.
So how did she plan on paying such a large amount of money for a polygraph on the 4th this Saturday? You guys think about it. She threw us under the bus and tried to make us look like the bad people because instead of saying she simply did not have the money for it. Right? I guess Fred does, Rihanna, but she goes, and that's what pissed me off so bad is the way she said it to me so condescendingly. Like, after for so many months telling me how sus Andy looks and how she believes Fred completely and like how bad she feels for him, week after week, day after day, then to turn around and then say, oh, the people doesn't want Andy to do one. He doesn't need one, but Fred does. Doesn't that contradict what she just said? That contradicts what she told me. That she thinks Andy's sus as fuck and that she feels sorry for Fred. If you feel so fucking sorry for Fred, then why are you trying to make shit worse? And just be honest.
You believe that, Ziggy? Looks like Cher rocked you to sleep with all that nonsense, huh? You believe that she felt sorry for Fred? That's funny. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for you. You both got played. Yep. If you listen, y'all, and I keep pointing it out, you'll hear what her problem is. She's telling you without telling you. She wanted she wanted Andy to take the test, and only Andy.
So what fucking's going on? That's all I ask from her is honesty. And as far as the Social Security, guys, to change the address, you have to come into the office and bring your ID. So any mail is still going down to Tennessee. He hasn't been able to get his insurance figured out.
Right, zero.
Because of getting that, he can't get it switched because he has to go into an office to show his ID. You guys don't understand.
We don't.
It's been a nightmare. It's been a freaking nightmare. And I don't even. Did she not play the whole recording of us at the BMV and what happened? Like, it explains a big part of it, all the questions I'm hearing that she was asking.
Yeah, she played it, and we still ain't buying it. You tried it.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And behind the scenes, the whole point was to really to clear Fred, and to also, for me, like I told her over and over again, I really wanted Andy to take one, and I knew he wasn't going to take one.
Exactly, Nana. You changed your address online.
And see, you can't. Like, I can't. Cher's trying to be friends with everybody, and say one thing or say other things behind the scenes. Like, and it does not work like that because you're going to have to throw it in that type of situation. You're going to end up having to hurt somebody, and she chose to hurt me and Fred. That's what she chose.
Oh my God, Ziggy, do you just understand what you said and how that sounded? In this type of situation, you're going to have to throw somebody under the bus, but she just chose to throw me and Fred under the bus. Because, Ziggy, you would have done the same thing, wouldn't you? Yep.
Tape. The video or the audio recording? Did she play the whole 6-minute audio recording?
Yes. Why didn't you watch?
Oh my God, I just freaking answered that. See what I mean, guys? I just answered how we got married. And that's why I don't understand why Cher didn't freaking tell you guys this shit. What about the audio recording? Did she show the audio recording of me talking to the cashier?
The cashier.
To the person?
The person. Yes, Ziggy, we heard
Sorry, Abby, I'm just
you
in a bad mood.
losing your mind on the person at the DMV. We heard you not allowing Fred to speak. We heard it all. It was embarrassing. Jiggy said, if you don't calm down, you're going to need a trigger warning for this video. Yes, I'm telling you, it should have came with one trigger warning, which I gave an earbud warning earlier. Hey, Vicky.
We brought in that stuff.
Captain Avi, have a beautiful day, hun. Thank you.
Brought in that stuff, New York mom. We brought in the bank account. Everything has to be original mail.
I'm gonna move around a little bit.
Fred was super upset about it, so that's all I need to know. And he is very, very like laid back. And I get upset like this about videos, and he'll be like laughing, like, "Why are you letting it get to you?" So I know if he's upset about it, that there's a reason to be upset. And I've had several people email me and be like, "What the fuck?"
Dude.
It's not about getting Candace to do anything. We don't need Candace to do anything.
Not with Ziggy, you don't. Sometimes I.
Why do you think that, New York mom? I will once I calm down, but.
Oh, there's old crazy cow lady. I'm telling you, Cher isn't going to get her to do anything. This is wild, y'all. The people that believe in Ziggy. Oh my God.
No, I mean, it was kind of like a mutual idea. Fred wanted to take a lie detector, and it's kind of an idea I think that came up together, and we're like, when Cher decided to take it on, and yeah, I mean, kind of in a way, yeah, she was the host of it, and Fred really wants to do it and still wants to do it.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Yeah, he can rewind. I don't want to go over. I'm very upset. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't mean to be rude. Niece, if Fred is upset, yeah, it wasn't about Candace. If Fred is upset about it, and look at her post too. All I need is to know is her post. She made a post too, saying she was donating on the 21st. That doesn't seem like you're working towards getting a polygraph. That looks like you're freaking giving up on the polygraph.
Yes, she gave up on the polygraph for good reason. It's not going to happen. Fred's never going to take it. You're going to make sure of that because you're worried about something. And I'm going to tell you something. I know some people disagree with me, but I was never that suspicious of Fred until he started coming on Ziggy's, right? And he kept talking and stories kept changing. And then him not taking a polygraph test, which, again, it's got nothing to do with court. It's for the court of public opinion. I thought, like I said yesterday, people who have nothing to hide nothing. So why not just go take it? It just makes him all that more suspicious, in my opinion. I'm not saying he's guilty of anything, but the optics, my dude, they ain't looking good. The optics are really bad. And that's what's got Ziggy so heated, amongst a host of other things, is the way this looks, and she knows it. She knows how this looks. It's not a good look.
That's not what she told us in private. That's what people don't understand.
Right, Vicky?
That post that she made saying on the 21st that she's making a donation and that she's sorry. What is she apologizing for? Andy still needs to take one. Get his taken. While we're
Andy, y'all hear? It's about Andy. Andy needs to take one. Andy needs to take one. Not about Fred. Nope. Fred don't need to do nothing, right? Ziggy, Andy. God, if y'all don't wake up and catch up. Please catch on up. Ziggy is playing in y'all's faces. I ain't talking about my good people here in the chat. I know y'all ain't stupid, but God, there's a lot of people that believe her. Let me show y'all something else. Give me a second. So, hold on. Let me check out my history. Last night, we're going to switch this up a little bit. Cher goes on Justin's, right? Justice for all, clutching pearls. Lord, he about put me to sleep. Let me find it. He might have took it down. If so, not a big... Oh, no, there it is. Cher goes up there. And I swear to y'all, I don't understand why she went up there. I've got an idea that Ziggy probably called him squalling and screaming, wanting him to windmill for her. But anyway, he does the old tired, boring, everybody needs to behave as adults and talk things through. And he didn't even know what the fuck was going. I'm just going to let a little bit of it play, not much. Let me get to the part where Cher comes up. This was his feeble attempt, I think, to try to take up for Ziggy, but it failed.
Oops, to get.
Okay, so I guess Cher had asked. Hello, you there?
Hey, yep. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Just got back home.
Bigger
Sorry.
audience, yeah.
Okay, so I'm playing your.
Now I'm going to speed him up, or we'll be here all day.
And I was going to play where Ziggy. So again, Fred was trying to get his ID. When was this? Gotcha, Sherry. Thank you.
Sorry, say that again.
What? Fred was trying to get his ID yesterday. Is this yesterday?
On Tuesday. What day are we on? Wednesday? Yeah, yesterday. Yep.
Okay. All right. Why can't he get an ID? And why does the polygrapher need?
So the reason why the polygrapher needs an ID, a photo ID, and trust me, I asked him, I have proof of asking him, I will call this man live. He needs a photo ID, and looking online at mugshots was not valid enough. The reason why is because this gentleman, who's retired law enforcement and military, and so he started doing polygraphy as actually a lot of
You did, Butterbean and Justin's?
polygraphers are ex-military and law enforcement. But anyway, he gets subpoenaed to court sometimes. And so since he knows that Fred is either a suspect or witness, he would be wanting to stay available. And if he gets subpoenaed, because he knew it's still an open investigation and that Fred is a suspect or witness in the case. So
Okay.
yeah, he's not going to cut any corners. I mean, it's common sense. You need a photo ID to get a drink at the bar. You need a photo ID to pick up prescriptions. It's common sense that you probably need a photo ID. And they knew it. We've had conversations for 2 months about needing an ID. I don't know why it waited so long.
Everyone needs a photo ID, regardless
of
whether.
So let's say this gentleman gets subpoenaed in court. Okay, let's say that happens one day when they find answers for Summer.
Mm-hmm.
That test.
A suspect any more than any other person.
Damn right, Miss Justice. I did say I'm keeping $150 and donating the rest to Brandy Neal. Damn straight I said that. Should I have not? Should I have lied?
Okay, I don't know about. Okay, we'll get into one thing at a time, because I only got an hour. Okay, we'll get back on this, I promise you. But I don't think Fred or Andy is a suspect, and that's just the truth, because law enforcement has not named any suspects in this case. Now, my personal feelings, but my personal feelings is something totally different. You know what I mean?
Can I just say, everyone thinks that
Okay, look, I want y'all to pay attention. Justin's nervous. I don't know if he's terrified of a squalling, screaming Ziggy screaming at him at 1 o'clock in the morning, but the man is petrified.
Got money already? Is everyone dense? We don't get paid till October 21st.
That's true.
So please stop with that.
That is true. Again, so what was this agreement of?
Okay, again, this is under fair use. I'm only playing a very small portion of this, and I fight back.
Did you ask them to take a polygraph? Was that what it was?
I can't refund money to people who super chatted.
Cher, don't listen. Guys, we're going to talk about.
Okay, yeah, fine, no, whatever. I'll ignore it.
Listen, that's totally separate.
So what?
I'm interested in what went down with this lie
Ain't
detector and why
that
it's
a
not working and
lie?
all that. That's what I'm interested in right now. We can cover that another
Well,
day.
first of all, neither one can drive, so they need to Uber to and from the polygrapher examination office
Okay, good question.
and
Where was the polygrapher at?
where they live.
Sharon, I'm just going to kindly
Indiana.
ask you, please. We're not going to talk about that right now. If I'm just respectfully asking everyone, let's be adults.
I've got it sped up as far as I'm going to, because if I speed it up anymore, Cher's going to sound like, yeah. And it just takes him so long to get to a point.
Because that's what's wrong with this community.
It's
Oh
fine.
God.
Is we can't get past hatred
Oh,
for a creator, whether we whatever it is. We've got to be adults here, and we got to talk through these things, and let's use our
oh, hell
words
far.
in a way that's going to better
Oh, I-
understand each other. Let's do it like that. Just please. That's all I'm asking. You may not like Cher, you may not like me, you may
All
not
right,
like.
no, I see what you're doing here, Justin. Okay, and yeah, you talk to Ziggy behind the scenes, okay? And you're probably partly petrified as well, of Ziggy, rightfully so. I get it. But you're also doing this devil's advocate thing, and y'all know how that gets on my nerves sometimes. There's always a place for the devil and his advocacy, but sometimes I feel like he's got enough workers, and it just gets on my nerves. People with that all the time, it's like they're scared to get to the nuts and bolts of what's really going on. They're like, let's, what about this and what about that? Sometimes it's just right in your fucking face, easy, okay? And you devil's advocates try to overcomplicate things while thinking that you're doing something. You understand me? It gets on my nerves. Fence riding, yes, Butterbean.
Like whoever. That's not why we're here. I only have an hour. That's really all I got before another thing starts. So
Okay.
I just want us to understand.
Okay, we all just get along. We get it. No, we all cannot just get along, Justin. I'm like Buckeye
one
Mom.
another a little bit better, right? That's it. That's all. Okay,
Oh
so
my
where was
God.
this polygrapher that Fred and Andy were
Oh,
going to go?
swear, sassy.
Within an hour of their residence.
Okay, but they live in different states.
Fred lives in
And there's a reason I'm playing this part. As slow as it is, it does give some answers.
Indiana. That's where his polygraph was set up for.
Okay, correct. Okay. Now what about Andy though?
Well, as I've been saying on the lives I've been doing, Andy's we haven't found for anywhere under between 800 and
Justin, I have one question. Have you been watching? Have you been keeping up? That's all I want to know. Or were you paged by a screaming banshee that calls herself Ziggy Hill to get involved in this? Because this kind of drives me insane. It's like you don't know what's going on, but you're trying to insert yourself in a way here.
$1,500, and I wasn't willing to do that just for the test alone.
Okay.
So we just
I
haven't
definitely
found
understand.
one for
I agree
Andy,
with that.
which that's been very publicly shared every live I've done. Other people have been trying to.
Justin, Andy was willing to take the test and is still.
Help me find one that's a decent price for Andy. Within Andy even upped his thing from 1 hour away from his address to 2 hours to make it.
We were watching it in our Discord, and I swear 5 people went to bed. They went to sleep. If you got anxiety or not at night and have a hard time sleeping, turn on Justin.
Hopefully work out a little bit better. And we've got a couple other people, I won't say who's actually
been trying to help as well. We just haven't found it. I emailed Nancy Grace and asked if she
Not
would be willing
Nancy.
to do Andy's for him because we.
Nancy Grace. Let me look this up. Does Nancy Grace do polygraphs? Does Nancy Grace do polygraphs? I feel like I'm losing. Yes, she does. Oh my God. Can you imagine getting a polygraph by Nancy Grace? You're going to fail it as soon as she looks at you. What were you doing on June 3rd? Heh. Yes, Nancy Grace was used polygraphs on her show, Swift Justice. Oh my God. Where she would conduct interviews and witnesses appearing via Skype like technology. She utilized this method as a part of her style of justice on daytime TV program, which that was back in 2010. Lord Almighty, imagine getting a polygraph by Nancy Grace. I'd fail, even if I was innocent. Have you? Let me hush.
We just can't find it in Tennessee for very cheap. And again, a lot of them are worried, will they get subpoenaed to court? So I think that's why they're like making the prices a little higher. I really don't know.
Really,
I don't know.
Girl? She did one for Sebastian. I did not know this. Yes. Oh, I can count the meltdowns. Oh, Lord. I did not know that, y'all. She said she gave Seth Rogers one. Okay.
Now, I will say this. You know, the agreement was both of them, correct, to do a polygraph.
Fred said he would do one, and then Andy came in my chat and said that he would also do one. And then there was kind of a back and forth. We weren't sure if he would do one if Fred didn't do one, because it was if Fred does one, I'll do one. But Andy made it clear he would still do one.
Really? Is she different in person? Shoo, I hope so. She'd make me a nervous wreck.
But last night, it sure seemed like a good 99% of the people said Andy doesn't need to do one.
No, it was
it
was Cher's idea to get Nancy Grace to do one. Look, Cher really does not like Fred. Okay, if she was trying to get Nancy Grace to do Fred's polygraph, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna let this play for a few minutes. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm tickled.
The polygraph stuff, and if Fred gets an ID, we can revisit it later. And yeah, the consensus was that no one thought, just stop. Let's donate to Brandy Neal and just stop with the polygraph stuff right now until maybe they both have IDs. But that's the consensus last night on my live. So
or maybe give it to, I guess, the money that was raised or whatever. Maybe have just Andy do it, and then we
still don't even have enough. Listen, I pulled up my studio multiple times through this. We don't even have $5 made to even pay for Fred's poly yet raised on my channel.
Oh,
you guys, all these people worried about the money if shit doesn't even know what they're fucking talking about. Period.
So okay, so was you like raising?
So what I said to the Hills, Fred and Ziggy, I would cover the 500 polygraph exam. People are joking about a polycation and stuff like that because I also offered October 4th is a Saturday. They said they could bring Fred in 9:30 a.m. Saturday, October 4th. I'm thinking anytime I'm talking to them, they are asleep till like way late in the afternoon because they're up till like 5, 6 in the morning, whatever at times. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should get them a hotel Friday night right there by the polygrapher. So there's no messing around, no questions. Oh, they didn't get there in time. They're an hour late, whatever, right? So I even offered the hotel. So I was thinking, and they can't drive, so Uber. So what I said on my live, maybe like a couple lives ago, we were trying to raise like Ziggy was up on panel and I was like 700.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Cher is smarter than Ziggy, and she outsmarted Ziggy, and Ziggy's pissed off. All right, calm down there, Justin. Not much more of this will be played.
750, that should cover everything, and Ziggy and Fred agreed. So that's how much I was trying to raise just for Fred's polygraph alone to get him to his polygraph. We haven't raised even close to that.
So
Mark's laughing.
Okay.
So was that when the polygraph was supposed to be October 4th?
October 4th.
Why was it October 4th? Just curious.
Because that's when I scheduled it for a month ago.
Okay.
Because that was his first opening. He said he brought up October 4th, and I said perfect.
Yeah, it might have been.
Thank you, Grandma Sherry. Thank you for dropping his link. I do appreciate that. And this is covered under fair use. I'm giving my commentary and playing a very small portion of this.
Probably been better to wait like after the 21st, though, wouldn't it? Don't you
That
think?
would have been the best, but I also have a job. So I was thinking, okay, which isn't ideal, but I was going to make it happen.
Like, was you coming there or something?
What?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I don't know
I'm
because I
so
don't
frustrated.
understand.
You haven't been watching any of this going on for the past 2 months, have you? Okay.
I told you.
So
Because see, that frustrated me too, because you could tell he didn't have a clue what was going on. He hadn't been keeping up, watching nothing. Like the whole sector knows what's going on here, Justin. You had a nut. I'd bet anything. Six Up said it, and I know she's right because you just know Ziggy. You had a nut call you squalling and screaming and crying in your ear. Cher! Andy was on the road. Fred's innocent. IDs. And then this live happened. What's the name of it? The Battle of Ben Hill. What's with the lie detector?
I haven't.
no, I wasn't going to go to Tennessee.
Okay.
I had a visa on file.
Right.
I had my Cash App card on file, actually.
Got it. I'm just curious.
Luckily, no payment was taken. I don't know if he was going to take the payment like the night before or
right,
what.
Gemini.
But yeah, no, there was obviously no payment taken. But if he wouldn't have showed up and I made the payment, they were going to keep the $500. That's the other thing too.
Yeah. Okay, Justin, you should probably ask about the money to clear that up. Okay, so are you going to show how much was raised?
I've been
After this part, we're done. But I think this is important.
showing my studio multiple times. I also said last night on my live, sometimes it takes YouTube. So today is November 1st. Sometimes YouTube needs 2 or 3 days before it's finished processing. And then I will pull up my things. I can even say I got maybe $50 on Cash App. Ladybird sent 20 and somebody else sent, I think, 20 or 25. So there was not that can be proven as well. All right. So, and then, I pull up my studio all the time on my channel and show what my channel has made. I as well cover a lot more than just summer wells, by the way. Why keep 150? Well, guess what? That's about what I usually take home. That keeps my channel running anyways, because you need 100 to get a payout. I usually just barely make the payout on my channel. So yeah.
Right. I know you don't make hardly anything on your channel, like, because you don't go live a lot at all.
Right.
So okay, so what about you're going to show your Cash App?
I just said about the Cash App. Anyone who sent me a Cash App can be proven if they sent me it or not. Ladybird is one for $20, and then there's one more person. I'll have to look on my Cash App and see what it was for 20 or 25.
Yeah, 6 Up. She did show her studio. I'll give her that. I do have a question though, because I'm a little confused. Did she have enough for the polygraph that was going to happen October 4th? Justin gave it away when he said, well, why not go ahead with Andy's, Ziggy's talking point, right, Pearl? But yeah, if anybody knows that, like, was she going to have enough for that polygraph that day? Hey, Jones.
I don't get Cash Apps like these other people do, and that's easily proven.
Is Jones in here?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I see her.
I never said I wanted to keep 500. See, people are just lying.
No.
She did not say she wanted to keep 500. She did say she was going to keep some for her headache medicine and a couple of joints.
Problems with the community. They don't even listen to shit. They just hear other rumors and then go and say it and repeat it.
I was listening to Ziggy's live just a minute ago, and that's why I did this, because I didn't.
Justin, you may have been, but I also believe Ziggy called you.
What's really going on? So, she was screaming constantly, and I just couldn't think. To be honest, like, I don't.
Yeah, that's the type of behavior I was getting all the time, every other 5 minutes.
I imagine so. 279 in here. If you haven't already, please hit the like. I do think some people forget.
It's manic. I'm not going to continue to be screaming. Of course you got blocked today. When I end my show and you start screaming at me 30 seconds after I end my live, when I did what you fucking told me to do.
Right.
Unfortunately, Justin, this was always going to happen. This ID situation, because damn right, I brought the ID up when we started talking about this, the ID was mentioned privately.
So Cher admits she knew that this was never going to happen. He was never going to take the polygraph test. I think she was waiting until the very last second, hoping something would change, but it didn't. And it was never going to. It never will. Even if Ziggy aligns with some other YouTuber on this, right? To take a polygraph or have Fred take one. It won't happen then either. I don't care who you align with.
Very publicly on my live streams. The ID has been talked about. Why did it take so long to even freaking try? I said, whatever we got to do, like what? I don't know now why we're going to lawyers instead of just maybe go 5 hours back to Tennessee and just renew the Tennessee license we know he had. Like, I don't understand any of it.
Right. Now, Sandra, this is the thing. I will say this. I don't know. I can tell you this because I talked to Cher before.
Ziggy's not getting a fucking penny from me, period. Let's try. That's her whole problem right now.
Just calm down. Calm down. I do know Cher normally gets about anywhere from $100 to $150, $175 a month.
I've sent screenshots to Justin of my previous month.
Yes, that's been 3 months ago probably when you sent that to me, and
I'll send you another right now. Hold
Thank
on.
you,
I do know that's when you normally get your.
I know
migraine
people
medicine,
forget.
I
like do,
that. But the thing is, that's
get it out.
This is why I wouldn't. This is why I would never collect money.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm never going to do it again like that.
I mean, he does have a point. Look, it gets messy collecting money for anything, especially here on YouTube. We've seen it done so many times. It never ends well. I agree with him on that point. Nope, not collecting money. The most I would do would be like a fundraiser, which you can do after you have 10,000 subscribers for a cause, which it goes directly to. It doesn't go to the YouTuber. It goes directly to whatever cause it is that you're wanting it to. That's it. But other than that, I ain't taking no money. Nope, nope, nope. Why is Cher not returning the money to those who donated? Well, what she's doing, and it seemed like everybody that donated was okay with it, is giving the money to Brandy Neal, who just had a liver transplant and has a ton of medical bills. It seemed like, hey, stars, it seemed like everybody was okay with that. Now, there's always going to be, especially now that Ziggy and Cher are fighting, people that did donate that are on Team Ziggy will have a problem with it. Ziggy has a problem with it, but that's what she wants to do with it, is give it to Brandy Neal. I don't even know if Brandy knows this is happening. She probably does.
But I mean, there's another reason. I feel like they knew all along, which is why Ziggy was like, let's just do fundraising on Cher's channel. And I was kind of like, wait, what? Okay, well, thank you. Like, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it does make sense. Hey, I sent you a screenshot of my revenue on YouTube Studio.
Yep.
Go ahead, read it off.
The amount?
All of them. Yeah, please.
Okay. May 74.40, June 78.39, July 190.39, August 284.33, September 451.83.
Which we don't get until when?
You won't get that till the 21st, 22nd, depends.
Right, of October, right?
I don't know, Reese. Is Cher keeping one? She did say she was keeping some money for her migraine medicine.
I don't have PayPal. I only have Cash App. The two people that sent me a Cash App can go ahead and out this. I outed the one. I don't remember the other name, so I'm not going to actually just show my Cash App because I go from my bank once a month.
Oh, speaking of, that person that sent me a Cash App yesterday, thank you so much. And I don't know if Cash App updated, but I can't heart it or nothing. But you know who you are, and I really do appreciate that. I haven't seen you in here this morning. I've been looking for you. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I'll try to let you know I got it. again, I'll try to heart it or something. I don't know what's going on with Cash App. They did an update, it looks like.
Month and send it to my Cash App.
Well,
So
I mean,
that I
if
can
any,
Cash App my kids.
this
But
is
the
the
people
thing.
that Cash App me knows.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was
Cash
going
App
to say.
me.
Anyone
So
that
there you
says
go.
that they,
6 Up says she said she would return it to anyone that sent a Cash App. The super chats went to you. Yeah, they take 30%. She also stated in the beginning she would donate if they didn't take the poly. Right. Which I think it's going to
anyone that says that they Cash Apped you, they can show
Oh,
their
and there's a
receipt.
memo on the two that actually says for polygraph as well. So
All right, I'm going to end it here so I'm not pushing my luck. And I'm actually getting sleepy. Yeah. Like, and I got things. Justin's making me sleepy. Oh, wow. I know a lot of people like him. I just can't. I need somebody that's going to, yeah, come on now. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Let's get into it. Whew. Thank you. Yes, 6 Up. But yeah, I am no Cher fan. Please trust and believe that. But I don't have a problem, but I didn't donate with her giving, what was donated or her revenue from YouTube over to Brandy Neal. I don't know why anybody would have a problem with that. I mean, you were donating to a polygraph that was never going to happen on Fred and Ziggy's side anyway. Andy would have took it. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Love the soup. Makes my morning. Thank you, Jean. That's sweet of you. So, I mean, personally, I don't see why anybody would have a problem with it going to Brandy Neal. It's going to a good cause, and y'all know she could use it. And as far as Ziggy getting rid of her channel, that's not going to happen, y'all. I promise. What time are you going live, 6 Up? At 11:30. So we got a 6 Up live coming up, y'all, at 11:30. So y'all got your notifications on? All right. Yeah, Brandy could use that. I don't have it. You're welcome, Carrie. Thank y'all for being here. Anyway, I am going to end it here because Bun Bun has an appointment tomorrow morning, so I won't be live tomorrow morning. She's got to see the vet to make sure she's healthy enough to be honest, y'all, I don't know if she's a male or female, and I could look, but I don't want to hurt her. So I'm going to let the vets do that. But she's going to have to be looked at first to make sure she's healthy enough to be spayed or neutered. And today I've got to go get her a little crate to carry her in to take her to the vet in the morning. So after they check her out, then we'll know if she can be fixed or he, y'all. Oh, thank you, Deb. You're so sweet. So y'all pray for Bun Bun. And this will stop her. Oh, and thank you for the person who told me about the cords, the cord covers. I ordered some so my stuff doesn't get chewed up and Bun Bun doesn't get electrocuted. Thank you. Be real, Dark Frame. Yes, a bunny road trip. If she was a male, she'd be humping. Yeah, she doesn't hump nothing. She can be territorial, but both male and female can be like that. So y'all pray for me tomorrow as I take Bun Bun on this little road trip. I hope she don't freak out. And I hope they let me go in the back door. Because what if she hears a dog in the front? I'm just so nervous about tomorrow. Okay, Sassy. 10:30 your time. Okay, East Coast time, 11:30. So anyway, I'm going to end it here, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Do not forget, head over to 6 Ups. She'll be live. She'll get into all of it. You know that. At 11:30. I'm out. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day.